To Your Money this week, which is sponsored by the Stamm Lawfirm. The attorneys are diving into the topic of Medicaid. Two on Your Side's Kelly Dudzik spoke with them about how your money is impacted if you need to go into a long-term care facility.
95% of the residents of nursing homes are on Medicaid.
And in New York State, attorneys Bradley Stamm and Brian Stamm say there's a 5-year look-back rule. It prevents people from giving away all of their money in order to qualify for Medicaid right away without having to pay out of pocket and drain their assets first.
What they do is they say, okay, bring your last 5 years of all your financial records in and we'll take a look. And they have an auditor that goes through 5 years.
Absolutely.
And how many clients say to us, well, how will they know what I did 3 years ago?
Oh, they know.
There's a paper trail to everything.
They have to know.
The process allows Medicaid to potentially not kick in during a penalty period if you gave away money within 5 years of applying for Medicaid to cover your stay at a nursing home. That means you would be responsible to pay out of pocket during the penalty period, which could be more than $15,000 a month. The attorneys say it's difficult to understand how this process works, even for lawyers.
The best Medicaid people have a tricky time with Medicaid. So the clients don't know anything. And just the regular everyday person in Western New York, it's way too overwhelming to know their rules.
The attorneys say Medicaid can also collect your money after you die.
If somebody left something through their will or they had an account and didn't have a beneficiary on it, Medicaid can go after that. Medicaid cannot go after things that you put into trust, things that had beneficiaries, things that had transfer on death or pay on death.
But they say there are solutions.
Even if there's a sudden tragic situation, a stroke, a fall down where somebody hits their head and something happens and they can't go home and they go through rehab and then they're going to a nursing facility, I can still save half their money. It's called a promissory note gift program. We call it our crisis planning because that's exactly what it is. They come flying in on a Friday and, oh my God, my dad had a stroke and they're saying he's never going home and he might be going to a nursing home next week. What do we do? That's crisis. And we call it crisis planning. I can save half the money even if we didn't have 5 years. Do Brian and I want to see people to help them set up their plan to get past 5 years? Of course we do. And that's the whole point of planning. But even if we don't have 5 years, we can still save half their money.